Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. 90-Day Fiance. Everything about Andrei and Elizabeth, massive losses in business before $75,000 scandal. Andrei Castrovet and Elizabeth Pothis seem to have faced a series of business losses. Over the years, they have experienced some challenges in making money and building a stable life. The 90-Day Fiancé stars have been among the most popular stars who have ruled the screens for years. Andrei and Libby began focusing on their two sons and got busy with their own lives. However, the TLC couple has returned through Happily Ever After Season 9. Andrei wants Elizabeth to relocate to Moldova with him and their kids. But the former kept the news of losing $75,000 from his wife. Interestingly, it is not the first time the reality TV stars have lost money. They seem to have a history of failed businesses, which we will discuss below. Where did they invest money? Elizabeth Pothis was excited to see the property where she invested the money with Andrei. She explained it would be a major source of their livelihood as they could flip houses in the future. However, the 90-Day Fiancé star was shocked when her husband admitted to losing all the money. Andrei took Libby and her dad to the property, where they invested $75,000. Pothis couldn't believe her husband withheld the information from her. She changed her flight tickets and packed her bags to return to America. The TLC star planned to move back to her country with her dad. Libby stated, "The bad investment is one thing, but on top of that, to cover his tracks and to lie, that's like another level of betrayal." Andrei asked what he would explain to his family if she returned home soon. Elizabeth and Andrei have been living a lavish life in America lately. They often flaunt their wealth and share their happy lives on social media. Still, viewers wonder how the TLC couple lives such an extravagant lifestyle. Recently, Libby and Andrei shared the loss suffered in Moldova on Happily Ever After. But it is not the first time they have faced such a situation. As per the U.S. Sun, the 90-Day Fiancé stars filed a business license in October 2018. Libby and Andrei filed the documents for Castrovet Properties, LLC. However, they failed to file the annual report, and the company was dissolved in 2019. Later, the reality TV stars invested in Castrovet Incorporated in January 2020, which is still active today. Andrei got his real estate license in 2020 and worked for Keller Williams Realty Tampa Central. Interestingly, he doesn't have an active realtor profile. The Moldovan native and his wife haven't purchased any properties under the LLCs. Fans are surprised because Libby and Andrei discussed flipping properties in America on the show. They plan to use the money they invested in Moldova to flip houses in the future. But Andrei failed to provide all the details to Libby and trusted his partners blindly about the investment. Fans are waiting to see if he will be able to recover his money. Keep coming back to TV season and spoilers for more tea on Andrei and Libby's future. The story of 90-Day Fiancé stars Andrei Castrovet and Elizabeth Pothis Castrovet has always been a roller coaster of ambition, family drama, and high-stakes decisions. Viewers have followed the couple from their early love story on the show to the complex family dynamics that often left fans picking sides. Yet, behind the carefully curated social media posts and reality TV appearances lies a much more complicated financial story, one filled with missteps, risks, and a scandal that eventually spiraled into a staggering $75,000 loss. But long before the infamous scandal made headlines, Andrei and Elizabeth had already endured a series of misfortunes in their attempts to build a stable financial empire. Their struggles paint a vivid picture of what happens when dreams of success clash with reality, trust, and perhaps a bit of arrogance. The early hustle. When Elizabeth married Andrei, she knew she wasn't just marrying a man. She was signing up for his big dreams. From the very beginning, Andrei was outspoken about his desire to become his own boss. For him, working a standard 9 to 5 was not only limiting but insulting to the future he envisioned. Elizabeth, on the other hand, came from the Pothis family business, a real estate dynasty run by her father, Chuck. At first, it seemed like a golden opportunity. Why wouldn't the couple blend Andrei's ambition with Chuck's business connections? But viewers quickly noticed that Andrei's personality clashed with Elizabeth's siblings, who questioned his experience and intentions. Despite the tension, Andrei pushed forward with a plan: enter the real estate game and flip houses. On paper, the plan sounded foolproof. With Chuck's financial backing, Elizabeth's family experience, and Andrei's determination, success seemed inevitable. But reality was far messier. Business venture number 1, the real estate gamble. Andrei's first major financial step was diving headfirst into real estate flipping. Chuck provided the initial seed money, but this decision immediately sowed discord within the family. Elizabeth's siblings accused Andrei of getting special treatment, sparking heated fights that became must-watch 90-day Fiance drama. However, behind the scenes, the couple's struggles weren't just about family approval. The real estate market in Florida was volatile, competition was fierce, and Andrei lacked the experience necessary to manage multiple projects at once. Delays, miscalculations, and unexpected renovation costs ate into their profits. One property in particular became a sore spot, a house Andrei was confident would yield massive returns. Instead, it bled money. By the time it finally sold, their profit margin was razor-thin. Flipping houses looks glamorous on TV, Elizabeth later admitted in a confessional, but the stress, the bills, and the constant pressure almost broke us. The lesson was brutal. A business built on shaky foundations rarely stands tall for long. Business venture number 2, the trucking idea that stalled. Determined not to be defeated, Andrei switched gears. He convinced Elizabeth that trucking was the next big opportunity. Buying a truck and starting a hauling business seemed like a stable way to generate income, especially in Florida's bustling economy. At first, the idea excited them. They poured savings into acquiring a truck, insurance, and licensing. Elizabeth even joked on Instagram that she was now married to a trucker, though the laughter didn't last long. The reality of trucking quickly turned into another financial headache. Rising fuel prices, unexpected repairs, and contract disputes drained their funds. Worse, Andrei's limited experience in the industry made it difficult to secure long-term, reliable jobs. The couple often found themselves juggling bills, wondering if they had made another catastrophic mistake. "We thought we were diversifying," Elizabeth reportedly told a close friend, "but instead we were just spreading ourselves too thin." The family factor. Through it all, Elizabeth and Andrei's family drama only escalated. Her siblings never let them forget their missteps, mocking Andrei's business decisions and questioning his motives. While Chuck remained supportive, even he began to show signs of hesitation about continually funding ventures that seemed destined to fail. Family dinners turned into battlefield debates, and Elizabeth often found herself caught in the crossfire. She wanted to believe in her husband's vision, but she also couldn't ignore the mounting bills and the growing tension at home. Still, Andrei's confidence never wavered. He believed the next big break was always around the corner, and that belief would ultimately lead them into the scandal that cost them $75,000. The $75,000 scandal. The turning point came when the couple got involved in a too-good-to-be-true business opportunity pitched by an associate. This supposed investment promised massive returns in a short amount of time. All they had to do was pool together $75,000, an amount they scraped from savings, loans, and family contributions. For Andrei, it was the break he'd been waiting for. For Elizabeth, it was a terrifying gamble, but she trusted her husband's conviction. Unfortunately, the opportunity was nothing more than a scam. Within weeks, their investment vanished and the associate disappeared. Not only had they lost the money, but they also lost credibility, especially with Elizabeth's family, who saw the ordeal as proof of Andrei's reckless decision-making. The fallout was brutal. Financially, they were left scrambling. Emotionally, they were drained. Their marriage hit rough waters as the stress of the scandal weighed heavily on them both. Elizabeth's siblings openly mocked the loss, and even Chuck seemed weary of bailing them out. For Andrei, it was a devastating blow to his pride. For Elizabeth, it was a wake-up call, picking up the pieces. In the aftermath, the couple had two choices: collapse under the weight of their mistakes or rise stronger. Surprisingly, they chose the latter. Elizabeth began taking more control of their financial planning, insisting on transparency and practicality. She returned to smaller, steady income streams, including her own work and brand deals from her 90-day Fiance fame. Meanwhile, Andrei, though humbled, continued to work on real estate, this time with more discipline and less reliance on risky shortcuts. Slowly, they began to rebuild, proving that while $75,000 was a massive loss, it wasn't the end of their story. The lessons learned. Looking back at their journey, the saga of Andrei and Elizabeth is more than just another reality TV subplot. It's a cautionary tale about ambition, trust, and the cost of chasing dreams without preparation. Their struggles highlight the importance of patience, experience, and humility in business ventures. Today, the couple often presents a united front, posting family photos with their daughter and showcasing a lifestyle that looks stable once more. But longtime fans know the truth. Behind every smiling picture is a hard-earned lesson in resilience. Final thoughts. The 90-Day Fiancé spotlight has never been easy for Andrei and Elizabeth. Their journey through business failures and the infamous $75,000 scandal revealed both their flaws and their determination. They may not have the golden touch in business, but they do have persistence, and sometimes that's the only currency that matters. Their story serves as both a warning and an inspiration, proof that even in the face of massive losses, it's possible to fight for a comeback.